Hi, once again, I'm Steve Brazel, and this is Riverside Monthly with Mayor Bailey. I'm joined by the mayor for the city of Riverside. Mayor Bailey, how are you?
Greetings. I'm fabulous because I'm here with Riverside Monthly getting some awesome information out to the public.
And
What do you think about that?
Beautiful time of year
It is.
to get together in the city of Riverside and talk about some things that are happening. We've got 3 episodes for you this month, and this time around, we're going to be talking about RCTC and the fact that we are adding, or they are adding, truck climbing lanes to Highway 60 through the Badlands. And joining us today is John Standiford. He's the Deputy Executive Director for RCTC, otherwise known as the Riverside County Transportation Commission. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We got a lot of questions because through the Badlands, the Badlands can be an interesting drive anyway. But now we're going to start building some truck lanes, right?
That we're gonna take the Badlands and we're gonna change them into the good lands.
Yes.
We're gonna make
Over
it
time.
We're gonna make a change over time. As RCTC Commissioner, I'm truly proud of the work that RCTC accomplishes all across the county, but especially in and around Riverside. And this is one of those areas that when you drive through Riverside or to Riverside, you're going out to the desert, you go through the Badlands. And it's scary, it's dangerous, especially when you have the big rigs, the 18-wheelers or more, carrying their items all the way across the country. And so what is this project going to do for drivers going through the Badlands? How's it going to help?
The main thing we're looking to do is try to improve safety on that route. You described it as interesting. You described it as dangerous. We want to take both of those factors out of the equation.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to do here is build a truck lane for the entire length, which is about 4.5 miles in each direction, get the trucks over on that side, actually build shoulders that are of
Right.
standardized distance
Yeah,
on the
real
two
shoulders.
sides, take out some of the sharpness of some of the curves and just make it an easier drive. So there'll be a little bit more room for the trucks and for the cars, separate them out a little bit to improve that safety, have the emergency areas there on the shoulders, and hopefully make it a much safer and less interesting drive.
Yes, smooth out the bad.
Right.
the Badlands.
Yeah, exactly. And for those that,
like that.
that don't know the term the Badlands, we're talking that area kind of between Riverside and as you head down towards Palm Springs, those mountainous roads.
right, between Moreno Valley
that you
and
drive
Beaumont.
through. Once you're done with these truck climbing lanes, what are we looking at? What are we going to see different? What's it going to look like?
It'll be wider, and again, we'll have the space on the side where the emergency lane or the shoulder will be.
So this is both directions too.
Both directions. Okay. And what's interesting is sometimes it's referred to as a truck climbing lane. It's also a truck descending lane. In terms of accident data, there are more issues westbound. That tends to be more downhill, so there's more accidents in that area. By having curves that aren't as sharp, more room for the cars and trucks, we'll make it a safer proposition for everybody.
And it's not in Riverside, as I mentioned, but it does affect Riversiders and people commuting back and forth. So the impact to residents and business people in terms of travel time, in terms of construction time frame, can you speak to that a little bit?
That's really the main thing we're trying to get out to people. There is going to be an impact while it's under construction. And what's unique about this particular highway versus others, because there are no shoulders in some areas, there's just not a lot of room to get the work done. So in the westbound direction, starting in late July, we're going to close one of the westbound lanes down entirely so we can get the construction work in there, move some of the dirt out, widen it, and then be able to do the
The whole
rest of the
4.5
work.
miles,
yeah.
you're going to close a lane?
Yes.
So late July,
So
late
in
July, so
late
summertime.
July till the
so
end
take
of-
vacation during that
yeah,
time.
exactly.
You can
Well,
figure it out.
Take the I-10.
Yeah, take the I-10. There we go. There's
It's
the
a
answer.
little bit out of the way,
Yeah.
but it's a detour that'll work. It's going to be for a few short months. We have our social media presence and a website so people can keep track of various closures, but we'll have that closure open in time for the festival season
That's right.
in early
That's right.
2019.
That's an-
early 2020, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point, actually. Okay, so you're closing the lane to get all the gear in there, to get all the equipment in there, and to get the work started because there's no workspace, right? There's no desk space to put the tools, as it were.
That's right.
What's the timeline of the project as a whole? So if you're going to start closing it down in July, what's the whole project timeline for getting this completed?
because we're doing it this way and closing that one lane, we've shaved the overall duration of the project down. It'll be completed much faster than if we were trying to close it just at night. So we're hoping to have the entire project done by the end of 2021. But essentially, both lanes will become operational again. We'll have 2 lanes in each direction in early 2020, but then we'll be building the 2 outside lanes on top of that. So by the end of 2021, we should have 6 lanes, essentially 3 lanes in
Wow.
each direction going through there. So we're taking the bad out
Yeah.
of the Badlands.
That's where I was going with
Yeah.
it. That's why I said in my State of the City address, I can remember it till now, but thank you for reminding me, taking the bad out of the Badlands.
Taking the
Smoothing
interesting-
it out.
Smoothing it out.
Smoothing it out.
More information. Where can people go?
Well, we do have a website for this particular project. It's at go to rctc.org. That's our website.
Okay.
Within there,
You
we
can
have
find all
Riverside
information.
Transportation Commission.
RCTC.org.
We have a section there for the 60 truck lanes, but a really quick way to get that information if you want to know if there's going to be a closure going on, and this is between now and 2021. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at 60 truck lanes.
60 truck lanes.
60
Okay.
truck lanes. It's that smooth.
And Mayor,
It's
you're
gonna
a
be that
commissioner as
smooth.
well.
I am.
Yes,
I am. I'm proud of the work that we're doing here. This is a project that's been, in the books or on the chart for many years, and it was accelerated because of some funding that we received recently, and so we're excited to be able to deliver this project to the county.
Yes,
Yeah.
SB1 was the recent tax increase that helped fund some of this.
So it's literally your tax
project.
dollars.
Thanks, taxpayers. Yeah.
At work.
And
That's it.
Every city in Riverside County has a rep on our commission, so every city has a voice. Mayor Bailey is a very active and involved voice and is a great advocate for the city of Riverside on our
thank you.
commission.
Well,
Thank you,
thank
John.
you,
Appreciate
Mr.
that.
Mayor, for being the commissioner and
glad it's so
representing
proud
the
to
city of
serve.
Riverside.
That's right.
But also, John Standiford, Deputy Executive Director, RCTC, thanks so much for what you're doing. Thanks for stopping by and joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Again, this is Riverside Monthly with Mayor Bailey. who
Great segment.
We will
Great
see.
segment.
Yeah, great segment. And this is an area or a section of road we've all driven, and as we drive it, it's exactly that. You look at the big rigs who have every right to be there, but it makes it a little bit more nervous and uncomfortable sometimes. And this is really going to improve that.
Yeah,
so
safety
watch
first.
for that. Get the information that you need and educate yourself on it. And to everybody, thanks for stopping by today. Again, Riverside Monthly with Mayor Bailey. I'm Steve Brazel, and we will see you on the next show.